And this one is called Reciprocals. 2 notes about reciprocals. One, remember when in elementary school they had you do the opposite of the math problem you just did to prove that the math problem worked out right?
Yeah.
That's called doing the reciprocal, because the opposite proves the forward true. And so there's a statement out there, to truly love someone else, you have to love yourself. And I'll argue that point. Honestly, I'll argue that point. I can have about this much self-love, comes up to about here, but it stops short. I admit there might be something wrong with me, about me. But when I can see myself through someone else's eyes, when I look into those glassy surfaces and see what reflects back, that helps me go from to if it's an honest representation. Love thy neighbor as you would love thyself. I think you short shrift my neighbor. Rabbi, I don't know about assumptions in the times you were born to, of the people you came across, how things were built in your day. But I can speak to the machine that lives in me. My neighbor gets a far better shake than any feeling shed for my own sake. And I only ever seem to find my worth lives in some other's mind. So that old thing about how you have to love yourself first, in that area I think I start off cursed. Or not chemically apt, or like a plan that got axed. I don't know. I don't seem to find the love for me, except in some other's eyes, which helps if they don't pepper me with lies. Which reminds me of the infinitely more likely kind, whom estimate higher or estimate highest in their own minds. I seem to draw their attention of late, especially when one of them is choosing a mate. So how am I supposed to fare well by me when the only ones who ever seem to see any value in me are really only looking out for number one? From them, I am best off turning tail to run, but they insist on a bigger place in the sun. Also, they always put up a good show until their love is the only thing I can know. So I think I can open up to accept myself about the time that they are ready to hang me up on a shelf. So tell me, Rabbi, what was the lesson again? And how we're better off as friends, loving others as I would love myself, when others teach me with neglect and hell? Maybe the lessons ought to be a little different for me. I think we're all a little happier when I treat others better than the ways I've learned to feel about this leftover husk.